The Avata 2 is out, and after spending some time with it, I want to share some of my thoughts about the new FPV drone from DJI. It is slightly bigger than the Avata 1, which makes it handle wind better and offers a more stable flying experience. It is not as top heavy and front heavy as the Avata 1, and as soon as you turn to manual mode, you can definitely feel that. It can do pre-programmed flips and tricks on the new and much smaller DJI motion controller. And all those maneuvers work perfectly, but its perfection is also its limitations. Let me explain. They're not really customizable. You always get the same flip and you always get the same spin. The novelty wears off a little bit, but they're super fun to use. The goggles are also brand new and they have two cameras up front which give you pass-through mode. The quality of it is acceptable, but the field of view is a little too tight. I still just ended up lifting the goggles whenever I had to look around the world. It has two 1080p 700 nit micro OLED screens, and also it comes with one-tap defogging function, which spins up the fans to clear away any condensation. Also, this might be a me problem, but my left eye can barely see in the corner of the image. I still prefer the original FPV goggles. Next one, this is rare, but Avata 2 is actually cheaper than the Avata 1, although you do need the new motion controller and the new remote controller. None of the old stuff is actually compatible. The sensor is slightly bigger and the image quality is much better, but I do wish there was an easier way to just do vertical filming. I ended up filming in 4:3 aspect ratio, so I get a little bit more on top and bottom. The charging hub can also transfer power between the batteries, which is super important for FPV pilots, where just a couple of minutes can go a long way. And yep, I ended up crashing a drone, but the battery didn't fly out. If you ever crashed the Avata 1, you know what I'm talking about. Speaking of which, the battery now is 23 minutes, which is 4 minutes longer than the original Avata. And you'll definitely notice a little bit more battery when flying in manual mode. It also has internal storage. It has 46 gigabytes of it, which is substantial. My colleague Sean called the Avata 2 possibly one of the best sequels in years, and I tend to agree. There's just so many small and large quality of life improvements here that really make this a worthwhile upgrade. Hey, I really appreciate you watching the video, and if you have more questions about the Avata, just drop them down below. I know this was a shorter video, and I have a question for you. Did you enjoy the shorter format, or was that a little too short? Let me know.